and Adam. Oh, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, Packet Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Card Talk. The big cat's out tonight, so filling in for him is Mr. Cam Rising.
Here we go, baby.
And you're joined by me, Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
Ricky usually asks me to say hello, so hello. She's filling in her normal seat, ladies and gentlemen, and she's going to tell us where we are spending our money. Please welcome Mrs. Doc Sarah.
And you never walk away from the table when you're on a heater.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to our home.
Thank you.
Yeah. How was your dinner?
It was lovely.
Yeah, good. This week, we've got a number of new releases, including Flawless Baseball, 2024 Select Football, a brand new basketball product from Topps that appears to be taking over for National Treasures, and then Topps Signature Class Football with all of the hit rookies from last year's class. So, Sarah, you ready to kick this thing off?
Yes, I am.
Am I ready to do this? You know, doing the ones and twos back here is not easy.
No.
I give Ricky a lot of credit for this. And we hope Ricky gets well soon. He's feeling a little under the weather, but he'll be back.
Ricky makes it look easy.
He does make it look easy. I think that's probably a compliment.
It is a compliment.
All right. So as I'm trying to figure out what page to turn on the music, you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
I think I did it.
Oh, yeah, I hear it. You did it.
We did it. I'm so proud of myself.
Good job.
All right. We'll fire it in there.
So for Wednesday, May 14th, releases 2024 Panini Flawless Baseball. This luxury level release surrounds the game's greats and prospects with on-card autographs, premium swatches, and the brand's cornerstone, gems.
Gems.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did it. It was a little
You did
late.
it. It's fine. Still want to know why.
You've never been a fan of the gems.
I don't get it.
I don't think
get it.
the hobby gets it. You know, a quick aside on the gems. Mm-hmm. When they came out in basketball, which I think was the 2012-2013 year, it was a big deal.
Sure.
And I think even at that time, probably some people were questioning it, but they were a chase. They were definitely a chase. People love them, but as time has gone on,
talking about them.
not so much.
No, I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm always going to think it's dumb. You're not going to convince me that it's not dumb.
Oh, our listeners will try.
Sure, that's fine.
Instagram, Pack to the Future podcast. Sarah's going to take over for the Instagram messages for the next week, and you can tell her why it's not dumb.
The base set is where most of the gems are found.
Oh, there's one right there. Number one pick,
That
Paul
is not-
Skeens.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all are extremely low numbered. Some of the rarest cards in the product use multiple gems to add further bling. Paul Skeens, number one pick.
It just looks like the card's bedazzled.
It looks like
Right.
a grill that a 13-year-old picked out. It's just not. It's not doing anything for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
That's my feeling about that. Prospect patch autographs highlight some of the top names working their way towards majors. These use jumbo swatches and have hard signatures. I haven't seen that used before. Hard signatures.
You've got the bell this week, and I feel like you set yourself up for that one. Yeah, the hard signatures sometimes can refer to an on-card auto.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what...
But why is it hard?
I don't know.
I'm
There's
not
a number of reasons.
I just want.
There's first
already
thing in
rang
the
the bell.
morning.
Oh my
There's
God.
NRBs. Sometimes the mood just hits right.
All right.
A couple glasses of red. You set yourself up for this one.
I know. Dylan Cruz, which I looked at that a little while, and that out of all the signatures I looked at today,
Yeah.
looks the most like that's actually his name.
Okay. Yeah, I could get behind that. Even his autograph is not great, though.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. Hold
Okay.
on. Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
Prime patch autographs shift to the past with premium memorabilia from baseball legends. Someone who played for Houston.
That's Nolan Ryan.
Yeah. Where does it say on the card that that's who that is?
Right up top.
Okay. I looked, did not see it, had not had anything to drink yet.
And on the back of his jersey, too.
Okay. No, you cannot see that I looked at his jersey.
It says Ryan.
It does not. It looks like it says Ran. It looks like it says Ran.
People can let us know in the comments what they think.
Oh my God. Anyway.
I will say it is not pronounced, and it is not a typical place where a name is on a card. I will. No, I'll give you that.
Okay. But also, that does not look like it says Nolan Ryan.
I agree with that for sure.
So that's just one of many very, and I say this as someone whose signature does not look like my name either. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress, as I do usually. Specific achievements and highlights are on Flawless Moments autographs. Aaron Judge 62 home runs in 2022.
And that's a pretty good looking card.
That is a cool looking card.
Lots of gold.
Got a baseball diamond on it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. It took me a minute to piece that together.
That's the only kind of diamond I want to see on a card.
Yeah, all right, I can get behind that. That is a good looking card. They did a good job with the photo with him too to take away any Yankees logo
Yeah.
for this unlicensed product.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's a nice card. Flawless dual autographs bring together ink from a pair of players as it usually does. I seriously think that the person who writes the Beckett website has like a word count that they have to hit. It's a lot of extraneous.
I think people are waiting for the day when you write up your own review.
I make my own out of what they have on Beckett because I just am not knowledgeable enough yet.
Okay.
Yet. So we have here Albert Pujols
Yes.
of St. Louis and Ichiro
Suzuki. Yeah.
of well, they didn't put. I should have looked that up. Of Seattle. Why?
Why what?
Why would they put those two together?
Well, I don't think I have a good immediate answer.
Okay.
To my knowledge, they did not play together. They
Right.
are definitely two Hall of Famers. I don't know if they were inducted at the same time.
Okay.
I know Ichiro was just this year. I don't know much about Albert Pujols as far as Hall of Fame goes. So I don't know, other than both fantastic sluggers and very prominent players
Okay.
in the 2000s.
Okay. Good poses for the card.
Yeah,
Cool.
sure.
Kind of cool. So the autographs appear to be on card on the ones they've shown. The set size was difficult to determine. Maybe 64. That's how many base cards, just base cards there were, because the base card set also has multiple colors. So there's a checklist on Panini's website.
Sure.
So I think potentially 64.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right to me.
No, it doesn't.
But the checklist includes bat knobs, 10 cards per pack, 1 pack per box.
Okay.
So 10 cards. Each hobby box has 8 total autographs or memorabilia cards and 2 gem cards. Yep. Yeah. Do you want to guess the cost? You already probably saw
Ooh,
it.
I think I did see the cost. I want to say it was a couple grand.
$2,700. $2,700.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. I like the,
It's 10 grand less than basketball,
yeah.
right? That we just talked about. 2023, 2024 basketball just came out. If you want to go back and check out that review, is on a couple of weeks ago show. Very, very high price. This is the highest end to a degree for baseball, being that it is unlicensed. But I think it's an excellent opportunity for someone to pick up an on-card autograph. If you want that bling, it's going to be on there. The bat knobs, I think, are pretty cool, especially if they're game worn.
Game held.
Game hell. Guess you can't. I don't even know what that was. So, yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking?
My verdict is
Just a bit outside.
2 out of 5.
That's low. Usually the on-card autos do it for you.
Yeah, but that price though,
Yeah.
and the gems,
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm ever gonna get that.
Yeah, it's a tough sell.
So
All right.
that's a breaker box, Bob.
Very good. What do you got next?
2024 Panini Select NFL.
Ooh.
Building the entire Select base set requires 500 cards. Big on its own. Things are further complicated by the fact that the checklist is broken down into 5 different levels where rarity varies.
5 different levels.
Yep.
Interestingly, this is traditionally a 3-level product.
Oh, did not know that.
So 5 is at least new to my knowledge.
Okay. Or Beckett got it wrong.
Continue.
Like recent years, each tier has a different design and assortment of parallels.
Okay.
The parallel rainbow expands with different box configurations. Among them is H2. These have 6 parallels, 4 of which are exclusive disco versions.
Yeah.
Colors for these include red disco, sorry, blue disco, gold disco, green disco, and black disco. Chargers Justin Herbert. I like the Fruit Loops on the card.
Okay.
It's probably one of the first cards.
Yeah, I don't see it actually in the Panini website, so.
Oh, okay. They're not really Fruit Loops. I think it's part of the holographic. As far as autographs go, Jumbo Rookie Signature swatches and Prime Selection Prism signatures are among the highlights thanks to their supersized swatches. Rome Odunze?
Odunze. Yeah.
That's a signature that I was like, his name is Barrett Odom.
And unfortunately, I will say this is one of the better ones.
Yeah.
That exists out there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's definitely a sticker auto.
Yes, it is.
Rookie Signatures memorabilia also offer an autographed relic combination, another sticker auto, this time for Frank Gore Jr.
Okay.
That one also has Fruit Loops. It's not really showing up on these.
Nope, it's not.
Okay.
In the future,
Yeah.
if you see them, send me the link and I'll be able to pop it up as we go.
All right.
That'd be a good way to do it.
Popular color wheel inserts are back with a new design. Lamar Jackson from Bills. Other chase sets include Starcade and watercolors.
Yeah, so I've got the watercolors pulled up here, which is on Panini's website. And to be honest with you, for the name of an insert that I would expect to see a lot of color, there's no color.
No, it's black and white and a little gold.
A little bit of gold. I don't love that. I love the framing of that photo, but I don't know why they would call it watercolors. I don't understand that.
Yeah, good, not great.
Okay.
Autographs are sticker, as far as I can tell. Oh, sorry. XRC rookie redemptions are good for cards that won't be finalized until next season.
Yeah, and these are kind of fun if you get them because it gives you hope that you can hang on to until the next year, right? So that sometimes these can be really big. So if you have a massive rookie class coming out the next year, then you get to redeem it and you get their first kind of the XRC card. So that can be fun and some people really enjoy those.
Okay. Autographs appear to be sticker. Set size is 500 cards, as we discussed. You get 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box in a hobby box. Each hobby box has 2 autographs, 1 memorabilia card, 6 inserts, 15 parallels, and 2 field level base cards. The H2 boxes have 6 cards per pack, 4 packs per box, and have 4 disco prism parallels, 2 silver prism parallels, 10 concourse base, 6 premier level base, and 2 club level base. The cost for the hobby box is $800.
Oh my God, that is so high.
$2,000 for first off the line was what I was seeing.
That is high.
$320 for an H2. So my verdict on this one is
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
2 out of 5.
Is giving him the business indeed. That price point is so
Ridiculous.
brutal. Now, Select used to be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The price has just jumped up astronomically
ridiculous.
over the last several years. And the tricky part about it is that since it became available in the retail space a few years ago, these cards get mass produced.
Yeah.
And so the silvers that you see with Select, which used to be one of the chase hits for the rookies, just like we saw in Prism, they're no longer rare. Not like they were ever crazy rare, but they're definitely not rare now. And I don't know, there's a lot of parallels and just not.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's fun for people to open because of all the parallels, all the inserts that you're going to get.
I mean, 500 cards for Chase. Someone might want to spend 800 multiple times to get that,
It's
but
so
not me.
You know, if this was $150 or $200, it would be a ton of fun to open this up because you know you're going to get pretty good value out of it, but you're just not going to pull an $800 card out of there.
No.
I mean, unless you're getting a gold rookie or maybe one of those sticker swatches, but Yeah, I just...
Not for sticker cards.
It's so hard. It's been really tough for a lot of people to see Select go downhill because of the mass production.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people. I really enjoyed Select. So it's tough to see. And there's just not a chance in hell I'm buying a box for that price.
No.
All right. Well, this next one, Sarah, I'm pretty darn excited for.
Well, first, Friday, May 16th.
Yeah, this is the one.
No, 2024 Panini Clearly Donruss NFL. We talked about last week. It got pushed to May 16th. And then moving on to 2023-24 Topps Royalty Basketball.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
Okay.
I'm excited for this. First of all, look at the box.
Yeah.
We talked about the Ray Gun Immaculate last week.
Yeah.
Total Sando. This one, though?
Yeah.
I don't know. The outside of this looks
The exterior is
pretty nice.
That's neat. It's kind of giving like Real Salt Lake vibes.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Yeah, I could see that, almost like a royalty vibe.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what Real means.
Exactly. And so for those of you who are listening on podcasts, make sure to go over to our YouTube and check this out. Of course, each and every week, we'll pop these up on screen, and then you can see what we're looking at as we try to describe these cards as well. Mm-hmm. So, Sarah, I'm excited. Lay it on me. Tell us all about Topps' brand new basketball product.
Okay. This set is not only giving National Treasures vibes.
Yeah.
The checklist is dominated by autographs, complemented by memorabilia, and rounded out with rarity, with every card in the product coming numbered to 99 and under.
That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. You know it's not going to get mass-produced. There's not going to be a retail version of this. Mm-hmm. I like what I'm hearing so far.
Okay. Hobby boxes have 8 cards, half of which are autographs.
Okay.
There are 25 rookie patch autos. They appear to be on card. There's a Victor Wembanyama card with the Nike swoosh.
Ooh.
There it is. Yep.
And player worn.
Player worn.
Again, Topps is consistent with stating what it is on front.
Yep. Many of the autograph and memorabilia inserts adopt regal themes like the coronation, regalia, relic signatures, pillars of greatness, superior signatures, pursuit of greatness, and royal precedents. Not presidents, precedents.
Really hanging on to that theme there, aren't they?
There are also to-the-point names like rookie autographs, relic signatures, jumbo super signatures, and jersey tag autographs. Scoot Henderson.
Scoot.
It's a nice card with the marble background. It's marble and gold.
Okay.
And it kind of he had like a clever stance, so it was making me wonder if are they unlicensed?
Yes. So for this year, they will be until October of this year, at which time Topps takes over the NBA license, just in time for the start of next season.
Okay.
That was just announced a week ago at the Topps Summit Conference.
Okay. Well, it just the way that he's standing, I was like, oh, that was the first time I saw it and was like, oh, they're not licensed.
Strategically moved. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you would be spot on. Now, you mentioned the card of Scoot. I assume that you were checking that out from the Beckett website. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, for those of you who like to see these cards, maybe if you're watching on YouTube and you want to supplement what you're looking at, or you're not watching, Sarah, you tend to find these photos from the sale sheet on Beckett, and I tend to pull them up directly from either the Topps or the Panini website.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? I did have the Scoot on here. I'm sorry.
I pull up both because people have pointed out that Beckett doesn't always double check.
That's
correct.
Yep.
I try to match. And like last week, they only had one photo, and then the website had a bunch of photos. So sometimes that works out in my favor. But yes, I am going in order of the way they are placed on the Beckett website.
You got anything else to tell us about this one?
Yeah, dual and triple autographs are also on the checklist. And autographs appear to be on card. The set size is 125 cards. There are 8 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. Each hobby box has 4 autographs, 2 memorabilia cards, 1 parallel, and 1 base card. It's going to take a lot to get you that 125 card set.
Yes, it is.
Cost is $800.
That feels low.
Does it?
It does.
I feel like that's really, really high.
If they're comparing it to a National Treasure style box, and again, it's unlicensed, but I'm shocked by the price being low. Now, there's some other things on here that I want to pull up. I will share the checklist. I know it's not the best visually, but we should talk about it.
Okay.
the cut signatures that they have.
Okay.
I'm always curious whenever they have cuts. So
Yeah.
you're familiar with cuts. They take
Yeah.
an autograph from a different thing, put it into a card, just like the Disney that we own.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Bourdain,
What the hell?
Bob Barker, Calvin Coolidge, David Bowie, Dr. Seuss. Yeah, Harry Truman, Jim Henson,
I would want a David Bowie.
Stuart Scott, very big ESPN announcer personality. He has since passed away,
Okay.
but he was a part of anyone my age, like our childhood on SportsCenter.
Right above Whitney Houston, I'll bet you want that one.
Say who it is, because my eyes aren't tracking.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. Tom Petty would be fantastic.
I would love a Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Why is this in Topps royalty basketball?
Topps does this.
Okay.
Even the Disney that we have, which is Topps Transcendent, it's a baseball product.
Oh,
But occasionally they'll put in cut signatures.
okay.
Now, these are 1 out of 500 boxes. So they're quite rare.
Yeah.
But they're home runs if you get them.
Okay.
Let's check out this dual autograph checklist here just quickly. I want to see if there's any vets or if it's mostly current players. I see a Donovan Mitchell, Chris LeVert. I'm not seeing any historical players that stand out, so it looks like it's mostly active players. To be honest with you, the dual auto checklist doesn't really do it for me. Those are pretty rare, 1 out of 400 packs. So some interesting stuff that you can pull out of here. Influential ink. So we see Iverson, Penny Hardaway, David Robinson, Dominique Wilkins, Hakeem Olajuwon. These are all iconic players from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. Hakeem Olajuwon,
Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, these are really big names. Shaq is on there as well. Dwayne Wade. And there's a lot of
Tony
big
Parker.
collectors.
I only know him because he's married to Eva Longoria.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, they since got divorced, I think,
Oh.
a while ago. But some really big names in this product. I feel like $800 is.
Nope.
You know what? I compare this. I'll say this very, very quickly. When I'm talking to patients about weight loss drugs, like Mounjaro, Wegovy, whatever it is, even after insurance, once they cover it, they're like, "Yeah, it was only $200 a month," and I'm like, "Okay, we're just being blown out of the water here by what we think is reasonable, just because everything like the
Yeah.
standard cost is so high."
Which is why I refuse to be like, oh, yeah, that's cheap because it could be so much more expensive.
Right?
I think they're ramping it up so that next year when they are licensed,
No.
yeah, it's going to be double that. It's going to be like $1,600. And I'm like, well, now we're licensed. It doesn't cost them a cent more to make the cards. Well, I mean, they probably have to pay for the licensing.
Yeah,
but-
they got to pay for some things.
Okay, but like,
Pay the players for the autographs. Got to pay for the jerseys.
do they pay the players for the autographs?
Yeah, they get paid.
Well, I'm glad they get paid, but it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, what do you give this grade wise?
Better get my donuts.
Yeah.
2 out of 5. I'll find the sound for that.
What makes what? Why?
Price.
Okay.
Price.
What price point would you see this as someone who doesn't rip wax? What for you would say this is it?
I look at cards and maybe I'm way off base. I look at cards the way I look at Disney pins. This is for the kids. Adults get a kick out of it and we have some nostalgia surrounding it. Just because we can afford it shouldn't price out kids. Like, I think kids should be able to collect these cards. And $800 for a box of cards? Like, that's insane.
What price point would you see it that you would say like, hey, this is a product that I think is reasonable to buy?
Okay, then answer this question. How much would a box like this cost when you were 10?
Ooh, maybe a couple $100. They didn't really have anything like this when I was 10, but
Okay.
200 to 300.
All right. So, I mean, I just think it should be more accessible.
Okay.
So, I think 200 to 300 sounds reasonable now.
Sure.
So, put less cards in it.
And I think with this, I see where you're coming from. And I think the only thing that I would say is the reason that we also see products that have massive set sizes, like Select Now. This is going to be a poor example in the end, but the reason that we have that is, in theory, that is a mass-produced product that should be accessible to kids with the ability to still hit something big.
Sure.
Now, the end result of this, where I say it's not ideal, is because the price of Select is still astronomical. So you should have some variance in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like with the H2 and the Mega and the Value, when they have those, they have like a $30 product or a $60 product for kids. But when they have something like this, where it's like royalty basketball at $800, like I just feel like that there's a price point at some point where it's just going to be breakers.
Yeah.
Or people are, I don't know, putting it on their credit card.
Yeah. This one's closer to where I think people might be able to rip it. But
Okay.
I definitely get your point with what you're saying with it.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one. It definitely...
I mean, you're basically
Raise my
getting
eyebrow.
$100 a card. Are you getting that value back?
Probably not.
Right. So I guess when I look at that, I'm like, would I open that if there was a possibility that it could be a Michael J. Fox card?
Sure.
And no.
Yeah. Well, I do think, just before we move on, I think it's worthwhile for us to maybe keep an eye out for some of those cut autos.
Yeah.
Those look pretty cool.
Right. But I mean, that's the other thing about the breakers is that you can see that it got broken, or you can go on eBay and you can get the individual card that you want instead of spending $1,600 going through cards trying to get it.
Exactly. All right. We got one more and another new one.
2024 Topps Signature Class Football.
Ooh.
Hobby boxes offer the highest concentration of ink with an average of 1 autograph card per pack. The base set totals 200 cards, all of which have chrome variations. The first 60 are mostly retired stars, with a couple of young current QBs that Fanatics has deals with. Rookies make up the balance, going deep into the season's draft class. It's a similar setup.
You were reaching for that
was
bell.
reaching for the
Because I
bell.
was going to reach for the bell. And I was like, I wonder if she's going to hit that bell. And I saw you move your iPad because you were going to hit that bell. I'm so proud of you.
It's similar setup for the main part of the autograph checklist, with both rookie classes and veteran class themes. Some first-year players have additional chrome and crystal clear autographs. Caleb Williams looks like it could be an on-card auto.
That does, it's interesting. The spot where he has signed here on this photo looks like a sticker could go there.
Right.
But this definitely does not look sticker.
No.
I like this card.
Yeah.
So on here, it's a little bit busy, but on the right side, you see Topps' rookie card emblem. Mm-hmm. You see the city, you see Chicago, but then it says the draft class, the round, and the pick, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah. I like it. I like all of it. I also like that the colors match like the team.
Great point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good card. Other signature themes include legends of their class, autographs, preeminent ink, and supreme signers. Dual and triple autographs can also be found, though that triple auto is definitely sticker.
Triple auto is definitely sticker, and the photos are just atrocious. So the example that they give here are of the Philadelphia Eagles. We have Brian Westbrook, Terrell Owens, Donovan McNabb, but somehow they've screwed up the Philadelphia green, and they don't even look like they play for the Eagles on this.
Yeah.
The color is awful. I do like the layout of it, so I will say that. I like the execution of who they pulled in, but boy, I think they missed with the photos.
So autographs could be a mix, maybe sticker and non.
I think so. I think that's safe to say.
The set size is 200 cards. You get 6 cards per pack, 5 packs per box. Each hobby box has 5 autographs.
I like that. Okay.
Cost is $470.
I think it's reasonable.
I gave it Hingle McCringleberry 3 out of 5.
All right.
I would probably have given this a 4 out of 5 if it had all on card signatures.
I could see that, and I think that I would agree with that as well. I like the chance to be able to get some of the iconic veteran and retired player autographs, because it just gets you out of the mode of prospecting with these young guys, because these quarterbacks, even though it's a great quarterback rookie class, you get 3 or 4 ACLs torn and careers could be ruined, and then the whole product kind of goes up in shambles. But yeah, I can get behind this a little bit. I don't think I'm going to buy it, but
yeah.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, there might be something you could find on eBay later.
How about this, Sarah? So before we wrap this one up, out of the 4 that you gave us, excluding Clearly Donners, which we went over, which one's your pick of the week?
Pick of the week?
I think you should give us a pick of the week.
Okay.
And since Ricky hasn't said a damn word this entire show.
You mean Cam?
Oh, yeah, Cam. It's interesting. Cam retired because of his hand. I always thought maybe he had a career in broadcasting or coaching.
Yeah.
He's off to a rocky start.
I'm going to give Top Signature Class Football my pick of the week.
How about that? Give me Topps royalty all day.
I know.
I'm here for it.
Okay. Well, $800 is ridiculous for 8 cards.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
There's not even any gems in it.
All right. Very good. Any final words before we end this show?
I would like to thank our guest dogs for their thoughts in the middle of the program.
Yeah, that was really nice of them. They gave some very good insight there.
They did.
Well, I will say this. We did not have a Saturday show this past week because Ricky is out. We record these together. We are going to be out the next week, too, so there's not going to be another Saturday show, but we will be back and better than ever at some point.
After your birthday.
Abacus is too far away. I can't work it, but in a couple of weeks, we'll be back and better than ever. Guys, go wish Ricky, make sure he's getting well. The guy's under the weather, so we're missing him.
Yeah.
But
get better, Ricky.
I think otherwise that's it. Is this the button for it? It says show end. What do you think? Oh, my God, that's it.
You did it.
For Cam, the silencer. For Mrs. Duck, I'm Chad. Like and subscribe on YouTube. We'll see you guys back at some point. Bye. I'm supposed to like fade it out or something.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Let's ramp it up. Why not? Oh.